Hello and welcome to Digital General's Field of Blur 2 Belisarius campaign playthrough. This is Battle 3, and I think this is video 4. And as you can see, the battle's right in the middle, and I actually believe that this is going to be a decisive video, a decisive couple of turns, where either things will go my way or not, and such is fate. So one of the things I wanted to kick off with is, I was wondering originally whether this battle represents all of the Battle of Carthage, or Battle at the city, where there were 3 parts to the battle, and it looks like it does, because I can see that the king has taken the field, so this is the Vandal leader, and because he's on the field, this is the final decisive part. So I guess what I'm saying is that this is it. This one battle presents all 3 phases of that historical engagement. But enough about that. What's happening in the field is that we formed a defensive C shape. We're squaring up our infantry to handle this massive cavalry force that's surrounding us, and so far they've had no luck breaking through, which is very, very good. But if they do break through, then this infantry force is in trouble, and we're gaining the upper hand on this cavalry wing. But this combat is still very much undecided, and so if my cavalry force gets routed, then my infantry will be surrounded and destroyed. But if I can win this, then I should be able to come in here and do some damage. And loss-wise, we're up to 10%, which is still acceptable for a campaign game, but it is starting to push towards the too many losses taken territory. So, all right, without further introductions, let's see how we do. So we've got a routed unit that is not in command, so it's almost certainly not going to rally. And this general belongs to a different formation, so this way he can't actually help. We've got 2 noble horse units here, which are worrisome because they can swing to the rear of my cavalry line. So I think what I need to do is basically see if I can open up supply this side and get my cavalry back into the fight, and yeah, this Lancer unit is still pursuing, which is actually not bad for this, because he's pursuing the general here. The general has a decent chance of potentially routing because he's in the unit, but I'd rather have my Lancers come back and support. So, what do we have? We have a disrupted unit here, we have a fragmented unit here, so I'm probably going to start with the fragmented unit. And if I can get him to rout, then maybe some of these other units will take a morale test and fail. So let's look here. It's a tie, so nothing good happened, unfortunately. Okay, next. So this is a fragmented Normand cavalry unit, so I don't want them to fight with them at all. So I'm going to fight with some of these other much better units first. Hoping for a fragmentation. Yes, okay, so they fragmented. They unfortunately didn't flee, but at least they did fragment, which is good. So that means my noble lancers are, my nomads are going to be still in a tough spot, but a little bit less tough. But this did not go as well as I would, because this unit is still in combat, and I can't support them, unfortunately. Alright, what's happening here? So I've got noble lancers that can do reasonably well, and I can impact them to win potentially. So I can do well on the charge. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, let me see if I can. That's 52. Let's see if I can maximize. Let's see if I generally can do something useful here. An impact. No, it ties them up, but it does help my core unit, because now they're splitting their strength. But again, nothing. Unfortunately, nothing get decided. They just all the lines held. So this is unfortunate. So here, the flank charge won't do anything because it is a light cavalry unit. Sure if I want to try to do some damage here with my light unit, or if I should come in here and support this unit. Unfortunately, the light cavalry won't really tie up these units in combat, so they will still be able to do some work. So I think I'm going to want to I should be able to unit 816. That's too many. Yeah, that's too many. Then turn and fire. So I want to provide enough cover here that this cavalry unit won't be able to just slam into the back of my units. See how that goes. And with that, yeah, I mean, let's see if we can do that. The answer is no. I did a little bit of casualties, but not that much. But this unit is now quite surrounded, so it will be suffering penalties. And so on its turn, it might very quickly because it is fighting a lot of targets all the way around. And I've got to fight this all the way around it, unfortunately. And because both units are really tired, not much happened, so that's actually good. That's funny, no casualties. Like, this is like two fragmented and really wounded units basically do nothing. Okay, on this flank, I really don't want to do much at all. So let me push up my infantry. Withdraw my lights. And basically just annoy the enemy. Yeah, let's do that. And here I'm just going to stand. I have some chance of winning, very small. It'd probably be a tie, but I think I'd rather have the enemy come at me. Although I am worried about Belisarius getting surrounded. So maybe I do want to time it. This is a bit of a risky move, but I kind of feel like I'm going to do this. That was a terrible outcome. Right, that went very poorly. So now Belisarius is surrounded. Okay, let's see what the next turn brings. So this was not a good turn at all. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll be okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, my unit stopped pursuing, so it's good. So I can bring them back into the battle. We're still rounding. That's excellent. Okay, he's trying to get around my flanks. That's as expected. So I need to push in my infantry. My archer is evaded. He's bringing in this horse, but fortunately he wasn't able to fight. Alright, we disrupted, and finally the unit broke. A bunch of my cavalry pursues, and another unit broke. Okay, good. Okay, so this cavalry fight got solved. That's excellent. This additional cavalry is coming up to support, but I should be able to now handle them. That I outnumber them. Good to know. But here, this is getting frightening. The fact that my noble lancers lost combat and failed is very, very concerning. And so I'll need to get them back in here just to tie up the enemy. I don't want them to be fighting, but they need to stand and provide some support. But in the meantime, I can basically cause some casualties on my... This is the unit of generals, and they got disrupted from the concentration of bowfire, so that is very good, because now they'll have a much harder time breaking through this disrupted line, and so I can potentially still salvage this flank. Good, okay, excellent. Very happy to see that. Now, yeah, let's turn and face. And we're too far to fight, but I'm at least facing him and threatening him. That's good. This unit, now, what do I want to do with you? I'm half tempted to come in and engage this cavalry, but the problem is that it's just 1 versus 4, and I think it's more important for me to win decisively here. Okay, that's pursuing. Yeah, all these guys are pursuing, so I can't do anything useful with them. Alright, so let's see if we can do something with over here. Alright, so let's see if we can... They lost a lot, but they held firm. More. And they held firm. Okay, so now they're holding firm. They're taking a lot of losses, and they should lose soon, but they're not losing yet, so that means I absolutely need my heavier cavalry to come back and support this side. This cavalry is unlikely to do anything. They're essentially pinned in by my infantry, or but these 2 units need to be dealt with. So let's do that. Okay, anyone else can shoot? No. Anyone who can move that I haven't moved yet? Does it make sense to attack them now? No, they'll still lose. They'll win in melee, but impact is not going to go well. This is obviously a terrible idea. And yeah, these ones they can hopefully just defend. I'm not going to be able to do anything useful by throwing the unit here. But the thing that I might consider doing is switching my general to this disrupted unit. So the reason to do that is twofold. One, I'm worried about my general getting pinned and immediately dying, and then 2, this will increase the chances of this disrupted unit reforming. And so this is, they're both highly superior. The main difference is that this noble lancers are slightly less armored, and yeah, you know, let's do that. Let's see if it pays off. So I transfer command to this unit, noble lancers, because now it'll give him a higher chance of rallying, and hopefully makes this line a bit more strong. Okay, that's that. Let's go. Okay, good. They kept routing. Good. So no one's rallied yet. Okay, one unit pursued. Let's do that. At least 1 unit stopped pursuing. All right. Fragmented my infantry. So this is the beginning of the end. That's a terrible result, because now this infantry is about to break, and this is actually going really well. Yeah, finally. So they broke, and a bunch of my cavalry pursued. They disrupted. Okay, so this cavalry fight went my way, and this worked out as I wanted. So my Belisarius came into this noble lancer unit and rallied them. That's excellent. But of course now the terrifying thing is this general. So the king, actually, because this is Gelimer himself leading his nobles, was able to disrupt my line. So I think I need to turn them around and march them this way. Which is where I need to back them up first. This should be okay. No, they disrupted. I was getting lucky before with the cohesion tests. This is unfortunate that they get disrupted backing away from the cavalry, but it'll pay off in the future. I need them up here. Alright, let's see what else is happening. Yeah, this unit will be gone. Not much I can do. I'm starting to get close to breaking the enemy, so this is actually very good. There is some hope. Now, this unit can turn around. My fierce nomad horse archers that are fragmented, they don't need to do anything else. That's fine. They can just... They actually have a bunch of bow fire, so you know they can do what horse archers are supposed to do, which is skirmish and annoy the enemy. So I'll do that in a second. Yes, this armored horse archer is pursuing, so they can't do much. And the camels I want engaging this unit. These guys are pursuing. I can't charge them, but I can bring them into bear, so that. So I can tie them up. And this is really good because I can now, again, just act like horse archers are supposed to and basically skirmish with them. So what's the best place to be? Up here. Nope, that's too many. That's fine. Let's just move up and just keep putting in some hurt to them. Good. Just wear them down. Wear them down. Okay. Yeah, let's keep shooting the enemy general and breaking down that unit. Fantastic, they fragmented. So this is very good. That gives me a little bit of hope that I can actually do something useful. And maybe because of that I can actually... Well, no, that's fine. I can keep them fragmented. They're not as... That's actually fine. Do I want to transfer General back, Belisarius back to this unit? I don't think that's necessary. I'm thinking I want to transfer them to this infantry to make sure that they rally, and I don't want to put them into limit A because they will probably break, and that's just a bad outcome. So I'm going to transfer the general here to give them a chance to rally, and then they'll hopefully be able to move forward and support this line when it inevitably breaks. But now what I'm thinking is I actually might want to, yeah, because this unit is fragmented, I'm half thinking I want to turn them to face and support here, but I think that's too soon. So yeah, they're actually very likely to lose. No, it's not too soon. I need to turn them around and be ready for the next turn. Because this unit will almost certainly break through to the back, and I need to have infantry that can do something to support them. Support the inside of my little defensive structure. Okay, anyone else can shoot? No. Anyone else can move? Yeah. Alright, so let's now fight and resolve this. Yeah, they broke. So, there you go. Exactly what I was worried about happened. Fortunately, everyone held. But now they're behind my lines. That is frightening. So why don't I turn and face them here, so I can tie them up a little bit and tighten up my square, basically. That's... wow, that's not good. Not good, but we're still in it. Actually, we're still winning. So it's just a matter of not letting this completely collapse. Okay, and now I think we're... yeah, I think we're done. Okay. Alright, good, keep routing. Dispersed, fantastic. Keep routing, good. So nothing rallied on the enemy side. That's too bad, they keep pursuing. A bunch of units recovered from pursuit, and they're charging. Good, fragment. Okay, so that's an excellent outcome for me. This would have been potentially very bad. Yeah, they charged my archers, and archers evade. They fell back, and they're holding firm, so I'll just pursue them. Routing, and unfortunately Belisarius was not able to rally his men here, but I can at least turn to face the new enemy and see how things go. Okay, so here I have Lancers in combat, and from looking at the stats, they're probably going to lose, but they have a fair chance of holding their own, so so I would just need to hope that they hold. I can't really risk doing anything to support them. But okay, before we get into the complicated bits, let's do the easy bits. So let's get my horse archers back in the game. Yeah, now I want they're disrupted, so let's see if I can charge them. Tie them up, that's great. They should be able to win this combat. Here are my archers. You know, I want to now make sure I don't get hit, so let me try to drive around. See if I can outmaneuver these Lancers. Right. Yeah, they're pursuing. Okay, I think I need to start putting pressure onto my opponent here. Yeah. So I might want to be trapping these units between this hammer and anvil, and we'll see how that goes. So they actually have a decent chance of winning impact, and if they do, right, so yeah, they're still holding. If they evade, they might evade into my infantry here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So this unit of Noble Lancers is pinning in my limit in A, which means that they can't attack and support. If I chase away the this unit of Noble Lancers, I should be able to. Then I can, and if I do that, then I can trap this unit of cavalry between 2 units of infantry and maybe 3, and then potentially rout them. And if I can rout the commander-in-chief, that's obviously fantastic. So then I can soften them up with some bow fire first anyway as well. Okay, it's a little bit risky, but let's see if we can make it happen. Okay, so they hold firm, but they'll rout now. And actually, I do want them to rout to cause more morale tests, so that's fine. Now they can. So if I do this, they'll lose, but because they're incoming in the back, they might win. So let's do that. Let's see what the... Oh, the flank attack impact. Let's see. Okay, it's a tie. Now, it's a flank attack. And they held firm, but they're starting to take losses. And I didn't soften them up first. That was... got too excited. Unfortunately, there was a wasted opportunity because I could have done some more damage to them. But this is okay, because now they're tied up into 2 combats, and I have a 3rd unit coming up, which will potentially be very helpful as well. So, good. Okay, so in that case, let's get my light infantry up there and start putting in damage into these other enemy units. I should be able to do this, because they are... not facing me, so I should be safe. Basically, get my lights behind my these guys, and the Vandal cavalry can't turn to face my light infantry because they're tied up by my units. So this is good. Yeah, these are not good engagements for me. They're good melees, they're bad impact, so you might want to wait for the support to come in and just see how it pans out. Alright, no one else can shoot. Okay, my cavalry. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just come in and see if we can do anything useful here. We hold firm, but now they're taking a bunch more losses and they're surrounded, so this will be good. I want to chase them away fast so I can free up these 2 units and either deal with this Lancer unit or probably more likely take the Lancers to come in to help against the Vandals. This infantry will stand, this infantry stands. Right, oh, okay, good. Yeah, when we're hitting force archers. It's just... Actually, the camels will be useful with the horses here, so why don't we take these archers here, and they can kind of play and trap the Noble Lancers. And or support against this disrupted unit. Is there anyone else? Right. So these nomads can now start playing the game. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Okay, good. Next turn. Oh, they rallied. Fragmented unit. That's not good. Oh, that's very good. But they held firm. Lucky for me. They dispersed. Great. Okay. Route. Those guys are still chasing. That's at least. Okay, tied. Fall back. Okay, good. So that infantry held. Right, they're turning to face my cavalry now. Oh, I evaded off the map. That's. I'll come back. Right, bunch of tied up melees. Okay, they held firm. Everyone's holding, and this unit dispersed. Okay, so now I unfortunately got it to be losses that are heavier than what I really wished for. It's been a tough battle. So let's see what happened. Oh, okay, but Belisarius did rally this unit. That is excellent. So I might be able to do something good here. So if I charge, yeah, so I'll lose. I'll win this, and that'll be good. Now here everyone's in combat, so I can't really do much with my lights. Yeah, I can't charge the enemy because they're light. Okay, I'm not sure yet what to do there. So, that was annoying. I'm just going to say that. That was unfortunately annoying. Okay, I'll drop cohesion, so I might as well just chase away this unit, so this is a freebie. Charge them in the back, make them fragmented, and potentially make the break. Yeah, this is great, just get them out of the way. So now they're potentially almost breaking, but I'm not quite at the winning by 25%, so I need to break another unit. I think that might be enough to win, which might be doable. So let's see, what's the story here? So I'll be winning these combats. Decent chance of winning this impact. Very good chance of winning this impact because it's impacting them back and they can't withdraw. So, yeah, okay, let's do the simple things first. So, charge, flank, and impact. It's a tie. And they're disrupted. Excellent. This should be a solid win. And they held firm, but they are disrupted, so that's very good. They didn't break, but the general is surrounded and in trouble. So yeah, let's do this. Let's see if we can make this engagement with these tied them up. They're tied up, and now they'll get a rear charge. They'll be disrupted, fragmented. And that is excellent outcome. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So basically my infantry forced them to face, and then my rebel lancers came in from behind and did some serious damage to them. Let's see if we can repeat this. Oh, they fell back. Okay, that's fine. And rear charged them. And so this didn't go as well, but at least they took a bunch of losses for their trouble. Here I'm happy not doing this, or do I want to do this and tie them up? No, let's just tie them up. Because they're flank charging them, this is like a good chance to get some good impact shots. And they fell back. Now my little my archers can just keep peppering them. That's pretty funny. It's like one lone horseman. Poor guy, fragmented, in pain. Right, okay, good, what's going on here? So, I still have to figure out what to do with these light infantry, but let's see if I can... Here, no, that's a tie. Okay, these ones are going to be the tough ones that probably lose. Okay, they hold firm. Thank goodness, and I'm probably going to use this because I'm actually getting lucky on these, and if this cavalry, oh, they're disrupted, so they won't fragment, they won't. But this is, yeah, this is definitely problematic. So let's see if I can cause more morale tests and just be more frustrating than annoying, and so I can plug up this. That's good. What I'm hoping for here is that these guys won't have anywhere to withdraw. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm hoping that if they lose, because they're disrupted, they'll actually just stop, basically get routed completely off the table. Okay, who else can go? So these Limitane, yeah, they could charge. That's a terrible idea. I don't want to turn to face because I need to still be watching for this retreat. Okay, right, but okay, excellent. So this archer unit can now come back. That's it. That is it. Okay, and I think we'll call it. Actually, no. Let's just do the opponent's turn and then see how it ends. Okay, so they keep routing. That's fine. Route. Oh, flank attack into my... Okay, so that's very good. Bad. But I should have seen that coming. Now this Limitane is caught on both sides. Okay, this can get disrupted. Tied up here. Tied up here. Fragmented on the journal. Excellent. Breaking the enemy journal. That's excellent. General has fallen. Fantastic. So this is a really good outcome. I might be able to win this game at this point. The general has fragmented and fell back, and then auto breaks. Good. The enemy has lost heart. You are victorious. Fantastic. So we did end up winning because we were able to trap enough of his units. Fortunately, I took more losses than I was hoping for, but we still won, so that's good. And there you go. So at this point, the road to Carthage is open, and the Vandal forces that to withdraw, and so Belisarius can take over the city, and then I think there's probably one more battle in North Africa before we can call it a day. And that's it. See you next time.